y'all.
Hey guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome,
this is Still Diverted with a whole new look and a whole new feel.
I'm Ken.
I'm Malcolm, and this is what we're talking about today. So, first, sorry, it's Friday, August 4th. This is Still Diverted. Let's play by the books. Can't take it.
And HBO in response to the #NoConfederate Twitter backlash.
Exactly, right.
Let's get into that.
Right, plus huge problems for the Breakfast Club this week after some transphobic comments took place.
Jarret Jackson, Detroit's first female police chief. She's not feeling that Detroit movie, so she's not going to see it today.
Let's stay tuned for It Sis. Let's do this. It's Still Diverted. All right. How are you?
I'm great.
How are you?
I'm great.
It feels good to be back. I can't front. Oh, it feels so good to be back here.
It is.
So, what's been going on? How's your summer going? How are you?
I'm just glad it's about to be almost over.
You know, it's really hot in this room. I think we're going to start going on hiatus every summer just because we can't record it with the AC on because it'd be too loud. So, yeah. Anyway, all right, let's jump right into it. No time to waste. Sorry first. Friday, August 4th is Barack Obama's birthday. So, happy birthday to the greatest president we've ever had in American history.
Happy birthday, Obama.
Yes.
You're in my closet, and my son goes,
You're in my
Mommy,
closet.
who's that? And I go, Barack Obama. He goes, Barack Obama?
That's Blanche Devereaux. Is that Blanche? That is Blanche Devereaux, yeah. All right, so how's your summer going?
It's going pretty good.
I feel like we've missed so many stories, but the way the world works is that, you know, I've actually enjoyed not having to keep up with, like, this whole, like, news cycle. Like, I've enjoyed being like, oh, I don't give a fuck who slept with who. Okay, who got herpes this week? I'm just like, oh, I'm in my bed. Like, I'm doing nothing.
Who's in a cult? Who's not?
And nothing has changed. Like, R. Kelly is still being inappropriate with young women. Maxine Waters is still cursing out white people in Congress.
I'm reclaiming my time.
Okay, the White House is still a shit show. I'm just like, nothing has changed in 2 months. So
not at
we can
all.
pick up right where we left off. All right, so let's get right into it. So HBO has a new show coming out called NoConfederate.
Yep.
It's called Confederate, but there was a hashtag going around called NoConfederate trying to boycott the show. And pretty much the premise of the show is it would be America if the South had won the Civil War and if slavery had never been abolished. And I'm like,
why are we giving white people
watch this?
Like only white people want to watch this shit?
So
of course it's the people who wrote the script for
Game of Thrones, right? So
which do you watch Game of Thrones?
I don't, but I am watching Insecure, which has been super popping this season. Shout out to It Sis.
I've probably seen like 2 episodes of Game of Thrones and I was like,
oh yeah, no, I can't watch it. It's too much for me.
Yeah.
But so HBO released a statement. Sorry, so first before we get there, so when the word came out about this show, of course, a group of black girls on Twitter was like, nah, we're going to start this hashtag NoConfederate, hashtag get it poppin'. They actually decided to like post all of the tweets on Sunday so that HBO's execs saw, because, you know, Sunday night, Game of Thrones, Insecure, Ballers, big night for HBO. So
right.
HBO released a statement on Sunday saying, we have great respect for the dialogue and concern being expressed around Confederate. We have faith that writers Nichelle, Dan, David, and Malcolm, we're getting back there, don't you worry, will approach this subject with care and sensitivity. This project is currently in its infancy, so we hope that people will reserve judgment until there is something to see. So, 2 of the writers on this show, at least 2 that I know of for sure, are Nichelle Tramble-Spellman and Malcolm Spellman. You take the names Nichelle and Malcolm, clearly you get black people, and they're black people writing this show. I said, did Issa not hire y'all? Like, I don't understand why you would want to do this.
What I'm thinking of is the people who are going to be casted for this, and if they're going to be like A-listers or if they're going to be like some new kids on the block who are just trying to get their name to fame. Because even remember, this has no comparison, but you remember when they did the Aaliyah movie and that girl who played Aaliyah?
Alexandra Shipp. Ooh, yes.
Check you out.
Right? It works.
Into it, baby.
It works.
She was just like, this is an opportunity for me. Like, I'm just, going for it. Which I get it. Like, she's a young actress and she just wants to...
She's trying to be booked.
Get into her craft and be booked. Right.
I low-key can't blame her.
But people like Zendaya, who are bigger than her on the celebrity scale, was just like, nah, I'm not doing this. And she was offered it first. So I'm wondering the people they're going to get casted for this and if A-listers are going to be down for this shit. But if they're not, I won't be surprised.
Yeah, and please, don't do this show at all. But if you're gonna do it, don't run my shit up against Insecure. Don't be having Confederate at 9:00 and then Insecure at 9:30. Like, don't do that to me because that's gonna be too much on a Sunday night.
No, I'm not trying to see Slaves in 2017 and then see Yvonne Orji argue about how white men don't get paid equally to her. It's too much.
It's too much. But I want to say shout out to me because I feel like I deserve to be in Hollywood. I do. Because shout out to Devon. I was talking to Devon about this like last week, and he was like, "Oh, there's a show coming on HBO where people are still gonna be slaves." And I was like, "What about the show where black people get reparations in America?" And lo and behold, there's a show coming out called.
For real?
My notes. Where are my notes? Found them. So there's a show coming out called Black America. It is being produced and created by Will Packer. Shout out to Will Packer because I liked Girls Trip. I heard some other people had some other things to say about it, but needless to say, the Girls and Girls Trip. I'm here for all of them. Shout out to Tiffany Haddish. I'm so happy my girl is finally getting her shine. Okay, here she fucking go. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so Will Packer, along with the creator of The Boondocks, Aaron McGruder,
hey babe,
are doing this show, which has been in the works on Amazon Prime for like over a year now. But they just finally released the premise of what the show is going to be about, and the whole show is going to be about if the North had won the Civil War,
right?
And if black people got reparations, I think in the show they get black people get the rights to which states is it? Oh, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. So. They get their reparations and all that other stuff and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, see, that seems like a show I'd be much more happy to watch. Because
imagine if black people really did get their reparations.
Imagine
if we really did get like whole entire states.
It'll never happen.
We're gonna give these to the black people,
right? And we want some poppin' shit. Well, maybe not Florida because Florida like gets hurricanes too much. I don't know. If you had to pick a state to call your own, which one would it be? New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the snow and shit, like I don't really like the coldness.
Like, no, it's not even about the climate. I'm thinking about the education. I'm thinking about like the theater.
Oh, but that don't matter. You create that yourself, girl. This is like 1865. Like,
right.
There's no Broadway yet. Like
I still think
you're like Harlem is popping. Like Harlem doesn't exist. There's no Harlem.
I still want to be at Crown Heights. Right. I don't know what you're saying.
Like, so where can I get roti at? In Kansas. Right. It's like no, you just forget it. Just forget it.
Moving on, though.
Yes. So, more news. I didn't know I was tackling both these stories back to back. So, first of all, I feel like it's the first day of school. Can I just take a moment to just sit in this? It feels like there's just so much. Thanks for blowing. Yeah. I was gonna make a bad joke, but I'm not gonna do it.
Don't cover my breath.
All right, so let's talk about our friends at the Breakfast Club. Because I really do like the Breakfast Club, and it was really difficult for me to digest this story, but it happened, so we got to talk about it. So, Lil Duval was on the Breakfast Club actually a week ago today, last Friday, and he made some comments about trans women and, trans people, and basically the premise, I'm pretty sure most of you have seen it, but if you haven't, Charlemagne, did Charlemagne ask him?
Charlemagne did.
Yeah, Charlemagne asked him about the Trump military ban about transgender people, and then Duval said some dumb shit or whatever. And then Envy followed suit and asked him how would he feel if he ever dated like a trans person, I guess specifically trans woman. And Duval's rhetoric was pretty much that he would have to kill this person because that's a nigga. He's like, and then but they work Jen and Mock into the equation, which why the fuck did I have to bring her into this? Because this woman had nothing to do with it. I mean, I get it. She's a trans woman. But literally besides that, there was no reason she needed to be in this conversation. So Jen and Mock gets into the picture, and Jen and Mock had just been on the Breakfast Club maybe like a week before that. So just a lot going on. But here's where I feel like, Duval was wrong 100%. Let me just make that very clear. For laughing. Charlemagne was laughing. Charlemagne, Envy, and Angela were laughing. Oh, okay. But Duval's comments were wrong, like, completely, because I got where he was coming from, in a weird kind of way. Not the killing thing, obviously, but I get that if you are a trans person, that I feel like you should be honest and open with your partner about, about your journey as a trans person. Now, a lot of people disagree with that. I've heard that's actually a little transphobic if you don't date somebody because they're trans, which I guess I could kind of see that. Mm-hmm. But, this is what I've just been told, from, the tea in the community.
I never thought about it like that.
Right? Yeah. So,
do trans people date trans people?
Yeah, because a lot of trans people date, like Janet Mock's husband is a cisgendered man. From at least I think so. Right. Yeah. Shout out to Janet Mock. She has a great podcast. I actually really love her podcast. And Crystal was the guest this week, so I was all the way there for that. Yeah, so and Tina Knowles was the first guest. Like, come on. Like, are you kidding me?
Yes, Tina.
Right? Like, she's had some great guests. Right, anyway, so, Oh yeah, so I got where Duval was coming from, but I think he just expressed it so terribly.
Right.
And in this climate and in this world where not only are trans women actually are killed for. Sometimes they are killed when they tell the people that they are dating that they are trans, which is the problem number one. And then number two is like trans women are so attacked all the time just for being themselves, just for going outside, walking through Target, being comfortable with who they are. So it's like, I get it, like, comedians, they get like, I guess a bit of leverage more than I guess, the average Joe, but it's just like when you make a joke and it ends in someone dying or death or like it's really already affecting a group of people that is super marginalized, it's like, it's not funny. Like, It's not funny. And, like, I really had to, like, look at the Breakfast Club sideways because, like, I get it. Duval's up there. He's a clown. He's going to make jokes. And they did, to their defense, they did actually say, like, that's a hate crime. Like, you can't say that kind of stuff. But you laughing and, like, not nipping it in the bud when it first initially happens is problematic. And like I told white people during the BLM, period, your silence is super loud. So when you have nothing to say or when your response is too delayed, it seems like you are co-signing and agreeing with whatever is being said. There you go. Boom.
I feel like what I got from all of this is that men can easily just like seamlessly out of their mouths so effortlessly talk about killing women in a laughing matter. And when it came to this particular story, I think Charlamagne wasn't even thinking about it in a like hurtful way. I don't think he saw it as like a sensitive issue. I think he kind of just like saw it as a joke. But I'm sure if we were talking about if we're talking about a white woman, and they're like, see a white woman at a book, and then Envy is like, so would you?
If a white woman was in blackface and she didn't tell you she was white, like, would you be mad if you slept with her and you found out she had white pussy or whatever?
Right, and then his answer is, nah, fuck out of here, I'm gonna kill her.
Yeah.
They will all look at him sideways, like, why? That's like.
I mean, I will kill somebody in blackface, though. Let me make that very clear.
Oh.
If you're in blackface, you do need to die. But yeah, maybe that was a bad example.
No, I doubt Lil Duval would have been like, I'm going to kill her.
Oh, yeah, no, not at all. Yeah, not at all.
Because she's cisgender, she's a cisgender woman at the end of the day. It's not that serious to him. Because she's a trans woman, it makes it like a huge deal. And I kind of wish that somebody has to not just be yelling at Charlamagne or Angela or Envy at this point. Like, somebody's really taking the time out to enlighten them and educate them on why it's such a sensitive subject, and not just say things like to hurt them or to get back at them or just to boycott the show, because the Breakfast Club is clearly not going anywhere, and Charlamagne says problematic things on a daily basis. So, and that's kind of his job in a way.
Yeah, to be the aggressor in the room.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, most definitely.
So at this point, it's not even like, let's break down the Breakfast Club. It's like, let's enlighten them on this issue, particularly considering what's going on, the climate of our country right now. Yeah, no, most definitely. So, Janet Mock wrote a response to this whole interview, which she said a lot of things, but I think the one point that I really want to hit on the most is she says, if you think trans women should disclose and be quote unquote be honest, then why don't you work on making the damn world safe for us to exist in the first place? The I'd kill a woman if I found out rhetoric is precisely why so many women hold themselves so tight. The stigma and shame attached to our desires needs to be abolished. Right. And I think she hits it right on the head. Like, that's exactly what it is. Like, the fact that will record that kind of response from somebody like Duval is the reason why trans women feel like, oh, I can't say this, or I have to be, secretive about this. Because when they tell y'all are like, whoa, like, oh, I'm gay now, that's a nigga, and it's just like, that's not what it is at all. But moving on. So this movie Detritot comes out today. I hope everyone gets a chance to see it. If not, see it this weekend. Yes, I want to see it. So it's supposed to be a movie about these musicians. In my head, this is how I interpret it. It's musicians.
The Temptations.
No, not the Temptations. No, okay. They're at this motel.
I'm sorry, I gotta get a church fan going. Go ahead.
They're at this motel inside in Detroit, and there's two white women who willingly were in there with these six black musicians. Eventually, some people get killed, some people get interrogated by police, some people even get sodomized. And it gets really wild in this movie. And what's so like cringing about this is that this is something that should be in our history books, but another thing that we haven't been taught. So it's been considered the 12th Street riots, the uprising of 1967, and the Detroit Rebellion of 1967. Go check it out on Google. But
Google your fan.
Google. But there's this particular woman. Her name is Mary Jarret
Jackson. There you go. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
I was like Mary Jarret Jackson. Yeah. Mary Jarret Jackson. It's always easy.
There's a lot of R's and J's, like the way the R's and the J's could jumble in there. Right. That's the word of the day.
So she's the first Detroit female police officer. And which is like super dope, especially back in the 1960s. But you can only imagine. You already know how most black people.
Deputy police chief. I was like, that's not right.
What?
She's like the
first
chief.
Female deputy
police chief.
Yeah. If you think about police officers now, especially when you see them of color, you're like, so you can only imagine how it was in the 60s. Mm-hmm. So this woman at the time, she was doing the investigations for all of it, and now that she sees that this movie's coming out, she's like, nah, I really don't want to see it.
I'm cool, sis.
So she goes, the way they brutalized black men, I did the forensic work on that, and there was a lot of evidence, but they didn't want that brought out. So during that time, nobody was getting prosecuted, nobody was going to jail, nobody was getting suspended, everybody
kept I kill some niggas, it's another day on the job. No
exactly.
worries.
She said that she also experienced racism in her while she was working there too.
Yeah.
And she goes, mind you, she's 86 now, but at the time when she was dealing with this, she was 36, 37 years old. And she goes, they would come in the laboratory and say, how many niggers did you kill or beat up today?
Oh my God! Yo! My point exactly. Right. And that's a quote directly from her?
Yes.
I tried to tell y'all. I just tried to tell y'all 35 seconds ago, but y'all wasn't listening.
She was like, when I went out to do the lab work, it was awful as those kids were beaten and they were shot in the head. It should have been prosecuted to the fullest extent. And she goes on to talk about the ramming things into their genitalia, up their anus, and how it got... The imagery, you guys should really go see the movie.
Yeah,
but knowing that there's a woman who actually was a part of it, and she was the police officer at the time, and she's just like, nah, I'm good off of all of this. But there was some hope that came out of this organization called Hope, and it's a nonprofit organization that provides education and career training in the Detroit area. It was first founded to help address the causes of the civil unrest and prevent it from ever happening again. But listening to Jackson talk, I don't think she's like cynical, but it almost feels like she's seen so much.
Oh, yeah.
And she realizes that times haven't really changed. She goes, we smooth things over and hope everything is quiet. We act like it's all good. If we talk to each other and we acknowledge that we could live together, that would be a good thing. We're not dealing with racism in this country.
Oh, yeah. Not at all.
So it's...
And my whole thing is, like, I totally get where she's coming from. Because why would you want to relive your own trauma?
Right.
Like, that's like asking, like, what's her name? Rachel Jeantel? Trayvon Martin's friend? Was that her name? Rachel Jeantel.
Oh, I don't remember.
I feel like that was her name. Forgive me if I'm incorrect. But it's like asking Rachel Jeantel to, like, go see, like, the Trayvon Martin story. She's like, I don't need to see that shit. I was there. Like, I do not need to relive something. I wouldn't even go see the Trayvon Martin story. Because I'm just like, what are you going to tell me down right now? Like, if you live through it, you're like, I have no desire to, like, go see this. But I feel like this movie isn't for her. I mean, no shade, but like it's not the demo. Like it's for the people that like us that either were not alive or don't know the story, or like people that like it's not. I wouldn't expect anybody that lived through this to go see this.
So for those who don't know as well, like a lot of like horror came out of this. 40 people ended up dead, 1,100 were injured, 2,500 businesses ended up getting shut down, and like 7,000 people got arrested. 700,000 people got arrested. 700,000 people got arrested. Yeah, that's wild. But the more you know, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you know.
All right, well, I'm gonna wait for you to start writing those papers in my ear. All right, so that's gonna do it for us. Let's get into this week's Slate, sis. So this week I am, but of course, because what else?
Who are you giving it to?
Who else can I give it to but the one and only Issa Rae?
How did I know you were gonna give it to Issa?
First, Issa got it before.
I love you, Issa.
But I feel like Issa came in real strong with season 2 of Insecure. Like, Issa, first of all, the ratings were amazing for HBO. Like, the girl is killing it. And
honestly, all I can see right now is the text, trying to fuck, ?
All right, we're not going to talk, first of all, spoiler alert, wow.
All I said was trying to fuck, ? That's all I said. That's all I said.
That's still a lot, though. That's still a lot. That's still a lot. I'm doing a lot right now. But no, I'm not talking about Issa, whatever her last name is on the show. I'm talking about Issa Rae, the extraordinaire, the one that gives you content to watch every Sunday night. So,
with beautiful
but no,
skin.
shout out to like just all the black girls. Shout out to Issa Rae. Shout out to the Girls and Girls Trip. Shout out to Tiffany Haddish. Shout out to Maxine Waters.
Shout out to SZA for coming out with that beautiful video.
Shout out to Beyonce.
Magical video supermodel.
Shout out to Rumi Carter. Yes.
And this is when we go.
All right, so that's gonna do it for us. Make sure you new things this season. So make sure you follow us on Twitter. We're officially on Twitter. So it only took us 4 years, but finally we are there. So follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and of course on Facebook at Still Diverted. You can follow Kenya at Ken Mira. You can follow me at _ HeyMalcolm. And that is all.
And I know when you go on my page, you're probably not going to see my face, but the more Still Diverted we do, the more images and videos you'll see.
Yeah, so follow us on all of the platforms, all of the things, and
just check out the page for more updates on Instagram and Twitter.
Yes,
and
exactly
Facebook.
Right. We're like on a low-key little promo tour, so we'll post where we've been, what we've been doing, and all that good stuff. All right, so that's it.
Happy Friday, guys. Have a great weekend.
Yes, feels good to be back. Feels good to be here. So this is my inspiration all summer, Blanche Devereaux. I'm holding these streets. Call me out. 347.
Make sure you guys check out the Syndicate mag, too. I got this wonderful shirt from there.
Okay, shake your titties.
If you want that shirt, you gotta go to the Syndicate mag. It will all be in the bio of this video.
Yes, sorry. All right, so that's it. We'll talk to y'all next week right here on Still Diverted. Peace out.